Libra, the first few weeks of September before your birthday is a great time to make sure that you have some time for yourself to go within. There's a retreat energy going on. The new moon in Virgo has 4 planets in the house of retreat. The new moon's on September 5th, so you could just find yourself working to balance between being out there in the world and friendship, which is prominent as Mars is in a sector to you that represents putting energy with your friends. Now, it also can mean that some of your friends can be very adamant. No, let's go do this. This is going on this weekend. That's going on this weekend. You can feel like, I don't know, I don't know if I have the energy. Just find balance for it. That's all. Venus is still going through your sign. Very positive energy when Venus is in your sign. And will be there until September 11th. There will be a couple of days that Venus is unaspected. And what that means is she's not making a traditional mathematical angle with other planets. So it's like being on an island out in the ocean and not connected to anybody. The relationship part of ourselves can feel like we're not connecting. But that will pass quickly. And Mercury also will be unaspected for a short period of time. And what we think, we could be trying to communicate our ideas, what's going on with us. We can feel like, oh, they're just not getting it. But again, that too passes quite quickly. There's a very powerful week, the week of the full moon. The full moon happens on the 19th of September. What's going on is Venus will conjunct Saturn in Scorpio. New time for new relationships that are serious and having boundaries and really assessing your relationship, what works for me. But this happens once a year. Venus will conjunct Saturn once a year. Not in Scorpio, but once a year it will conjunct Saturn. So there's a yearly sense of looking at relationships. But what's very unusual is that Saturn's conjunct the North Node. How are you doing with Saturn and Scorpio, which is about the agreements we have with other people? Do we need to go through them again? What have we promised? What are the unspoken agreements? If I do this for you, will you do this for me? And with Venus, Saturn, and the North Node there, powerful time to meet with people, powerful time to see what comes up for you that will move you towards your future. And the full moon is on the 19th. And the full moon energy is balancing between having the time to go within, having the time to meditate, having time for your spiritual growth, and being able to put it into your life in a way that it's there. I meditate when I first wake up, or I just have a few minutes for myself when I first wake up and my mind's still. Or once a month, I do something that enhances my spiritual path, my purpose on life. And having that, or once a week, I go and I do this, and this is where I feel that I get more back in balance in my life. The full moon is extremely powerful as Pluto is making its station, and it goes direct the next day. And the Pluto direct chart has the moon conjunct Uranus in Aries opposite your energy, because, Aries is opposite Libra. And so it's very intense, and it's intensifying this need on a collective level and individually to live your own authentic life. On Sunday, the sun goes into your sign, so it's the beginning of your birthday month. Happy birthday. And this equinox chart is pulling for more peace. The moon will be in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. And of course, Libra, your sun sign, is ruled by Venus. Now, Venus is in Scorpio, so she's a little intense. Venus in Scorpio can, she wants intimacy and passion. The shadow side of her can be jealousy and rage when she feels betrayed. But it's about trust. Trust ultimately is always about trusting self. The end of the month on September 28th ends with our Venus and Mars going into a square energy. And Venus and Mars square is the element, it represents relationships fighting, because it's the principle between what we want, what we desire. And internally, it's about seeing the conflict within ourselves, where part of us could want one thing, another part of us could want something else. Or Mars is an action principle, so there could be, what could bubble up is, I want one thing, and this energy is in your house of finances. I want one thing, but what am I really willing to do it? And so I want it, but am I willing to do it? That is what can come up for you. And making peace with that, how you resolve that, is going to the Libra energy, and because we're in the Libra cycle, and there will be that sense of finding balance. And Mercury's in Libra, being able to think about what's going on from the other perspective, being able to communicate in a harmonious, peaceful way.